I'm just trying to instill in my kids to always value self first. And we both agreed that maybe there's other young people out there who could benefit from this talk. We're gonna go right into this. Girls have to learn to value themselves, and I always teach my daughters to value themselves. At this age, boys don't really understand a girl who has value. Trying to do this video very nicely. But yeah, boys don't understand girls who come with values, who come with standards. And these are just simple standards that all young ladies should be living accordingly to. But there are young ladies who won't set these standards or who won't put boundaries on where they draw the line with boys. And what happens sometimes is the girls who don't have any boundaries or standards, the boys go to them. But I told Naya, don't look at that as you did something wrong or you are no value, because you are a value and that person knows you're a value, but they're not ready to put in the work to be with you. And my thing is, I tell Naya you can have friends. You know, she's only about to be 14, so I tell her you can have friends, right? We don't really do the boyfriend thing. But I know, like I said, I was a teen before, and I know that even with a friend, you get feelings, you get emotions, you get attachments to them. But I always tell her, you keep your standards high, you set your boundaries. Right now, you can be my friend, we can talk on the phone, we can hang out. But I am a young lady of value and my time is precious. So right now, school comes first, right? School is my main priority. And then next is building myself, building who I am, building my talents, building me. And then friends can come into play. I just like to keep her busy because, like I told her, you only get a little bit of time to be young, and this is her time, and all young ladies' times, to be selfish. This is the one time where I'm telling you, be selfish, right? Be selfish. Try to build yourself as much as you can in this time while you don't have to pay any bills, while you don't have any obligations, while mommy and daddy are still here taking care of you. Focus on you. And if you're focusing on you so much, there's only a little bit of room left for someone else. This is why we don't do boyfriends, because you don't have time to give. When you're in a relationship, or when you choose to be in a relationship, you're also saying that your time and my time is of same value, and I'm going to make sure that I have time set aside to give that time to you, to focus on you. And when you're young, you don't really need to worry about that right now. This is your time. This is your time of growth. I'm saying all this to say Naya has been doing a very great job at building her talents, focusing on herself, and keeping those boundaries in place when it comes to the opposite sex. And sometimes things happen where you wonder, why didn't they want to sit by me, right? Or why don't they put all their energy into me, right? And I told her, it's not that they're not putting that energy into you. They have to work harder to deal with you than they do with someone else. And sometimes people try to pick the easy way out, right? Because they don't want to put in the more work. But you want someone that's going to put in the work. You want someone that's going to value. And I'm not only talking to my daughter. I know there's some young ladies that watch us too. And girls, value yourself. Never put down your boundaries or put down your expectations of anyone in life because you feel like, well, that girl's doing it and look at all the attention she's getting. Believe me, you do not want to be that girl. Okay? And we're going to just keep referring to people who don't have boundaries or people who don't respect their bodies or respect themselves enough as that girl. Okay? Everyone else, you guys are young ladies and you want to stay according to acting like a young lady. Because when it really matters and when you become an adult, believe me, once you get older and you are ready to date and be serious with someone, they don't want to bring home to mom that girl. They want to bring home to mom that young lady. So you always want to be that young lady because it will pay off in the long run. And right now, it doesn't matter. When you're 14, 15, 16, all those ages, it does not matter. I promise you guys. I know that it looks like, oh my God, a relationship is so sweet, right? I just want that. No, you don't need it right now. You want to focus on you, okay? Be in love with yourself. Love yourself right now. That is the greatest love at this age for you, is love of yourself. Do you agree? Do you think so? Yeah? And I know, believe me, I know it's probably like, oh my God, what are you talking about? It will all pay off in the long run. I promise you. Love yourself. Spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Build yourself. Someone will notice when it's time, when it's the right time. Someone will see you and say, wow, that is a strong person. That's an intellectual person. That's a very articulate person. That's a person who knows where she's going in life. That's a person who is on the right path. And what's going to happen is if you are that person, you're going to attract the same type of person. And which one would you rather have? Would you rather attract someone when you are ready to date? Would you rather attract someone who thinks for themselves, who's very strong, very talented, very educated, very articulate, dresses very nice, holds themselves to high standards just like you do? Would you rather attract someone like that, or would you rather attract someone who doesn't really care about life, has no ambitions, hang out all the time, not really focused on school, no goals in life? Which one would you rather have?
I'd rather have someone who is like strong and who is independent, who can think for themselves.
Yeah, right? You'd rather have that. So the thing is, you will attract who you are. And you will attract how you value yourself is how other people are going to value you. So you always want to respect yourself, love yourself, treat yourself good, because then someone else, they only can come in and do the same. You never want to think that you need to lower your standards to please anyone. If they can't accept you and if they don't want to be a part of your life with how you are and how you like to be, then that means that person is not worth your time. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You never lower yourself so that someone will talk to you, because that's not good for you. If you have to dumb down yourself, or if you have to act a certain way that you know is not appropriate way to act to get someone to acknowledge you, then that person is not worth your time. Do you agree? Do you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you want to keep your standards, keep valuing yourself, keep growing, because I promise you, yeah, you may feel like this your, first kind of heartbreak or something, but in the long run, that person will remember you more than they remember that girl, because there's going to be tons of other that girls that person encounters, but they only will encounter so many young ladies. So they'll remember the young ladies they encounter more so than the that girls that they encounter. And right now, I know it's like, oh my God, why? Why me? Why? It's you, because you are a different in a good way. Different is a good thing. People try to make different seem like it's a bad thing. Different is good, because you don't want to be like everyone else. Because if you're like everyone else, how are you standing out, right? If you follow and do everything and follow all the trends, right? And follow everything that everyone's doing and try to be like, every other one. If everyone else is being a that girl, then who's special? No one, right? So that's why when people say different is the weird, no, different is the good. You get what I'm saying? Because that's why people can be in a whole crowd and they're like, ugh, that person's different. Oh, thank you. Because now I'm not blending in with all these other people. You want to be that, okay? Especially when it comes to holding yourself with high standards, holding yourself up with high value, holding yourself up with high boundaries. You want to be different, especially in your generation, because that's not the norm anymore. Everybody wants to reveal more, show more. Everything is fast paced. You don't want to be that, right? Because what did we talk about with the tennis shoes, right? So if you have tennis shoes and you just wear these tennis shoes, wear these tennis shoes, wear these tennis shoes, wear these tennis shoes, wear them, wear them, wear them, wear them, wear them, right? Eventually, what's going to happen to those tennis shoes?
They're going to get old and worn out.
Yes, they'll be old and worn out. And then when a special event comes, right? When it's something really big and you go to get your tennis shoes, what tennis shoes are you going to get?
Nothing.
You're going to go get some new ones, right? Because who wants to go show off those worn out tennis shoes? The way you stay new is keeping those boundaries, keeping those standards. Because anybody who encounters you, they will always get new and only new until they are deserving and until you are ready to be with someone in a different type of a way, right? And that's not just in like a sexual way, that's even in your emotion, right? You don't have to let everyone into your emotional space, okay? You can have friends, right? But every friend does not have to come over to now my emotional space, right? Because if you let everyone in on your emotional space and then things don't work out or things go wrong, now you're just a body full of emotion. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else's emotion. And that's why you don't want to let everyone into your emotional space. Does that make sense? You want to be very limited to who you allow into your main little circle. Right now, there may not be nobody in there. And that's okay. You can have just friends, associates, people you deal with. Because you want to keep this as small as possible, because then there's less chaos. But when you get older, you will definitely understand. And as you keep growing, you will definitely understand. And what will happen is the more you keep building yourself and growing yourself and getting smarter. Am I boring you?
No.
The more you keep growing yourself, building yourself, then you'll look at other people and be like, ugh. And that's not being stuck up. That's not being nothing, because people try to call it that. Oh, you're stuck up, or you're that. No, having standards, having boundaries, and not allowing everyone to come up to you is not being stuck up. Okay? That is having boundaries for yourself. And that's knowing I'm not going to waste my time with you because you don't fit in what I would want anyway. So I'm not going to waste my time with you. I'll be cordial with you. Hey, what's up? I can say that or whatever. But we don't need to exchange numbers. We don't need to hang out, you know, because you're not worth my time. Stay being strong. Stay being positive. Same like I told you about the 3-course meal. For you guys out there, the 3-course meal. If you're serving someone a 3-course meal, that's an appetizer, a dinner, and a very delicious dessert. And you sit them down and you tell them that the dessert's going to be everything. After they have the dessert, they won't even want anything else. If you don't start with the appetizer and the dinner and you go straight into serving them dessert, what's more than likely going to happen?
They don't want to eat the other stuff.
They don't want to stick around for the other stuff, right? You just gave them your best. You just gave them the one thing that was going to fulfill everything, your special dessert. So why would they now stick around for an appetizer, for an entree, or for a dinner? And you just gave them the biggest part first. Don't ever give away the biggest part of you first. Stay being a young lady and make people work for your time. Because you deserve it. Don't ever feel like you don't deserve it. Because you do. You deserve it. Don't feel like, oh my God, I don't want to be like that, or I feel like I'm being mean, or you're not being mean. Standing up for yourself and wanting what's good for yourself, does that sound like someone being mean? No, that's not being mean. To want better for yourself, to hold yourself at a high standard, that's not being mean. That is being true to yourself, because that's what I talk about, the selfishness. Right now you can be selfish. Mommy is very proud to have all of you guys and all that, but I would have liked to have been able to experience life a little more. I had you right out of high school. Is that something you would want? No. And that's why you want to set those standards, you know? Your goal is to what? What do you want to do when you get older? Like after high school, where are you trying to go?
College.
You're trying to go to college, right? And you want to go and you want to do the dorm life and you want to do all that, right? In a 4-year college, right? So you have to be selfish right now, right? Because you got to protect yourself. That's what I said, that emotional bubble. Because when you open up that emotional bubble and you let people in and you allow people to now influence your emotions, things can happen. Things can occur. I wanted to go to a 4-year college too. I had already started looking into stuff. I wanted to get into journalism. I had a plan, you know, and I'm okay with my plan getting changed, but I'm okay with it now. But at first it was like, oh my God, what the heck? What's happening? Okay, so my camera just completely shut down while we were talking. So yeah, I had to start doing it from the computer. So now we're taping from the computer. But yeah, how do you think this went?
Good.
Good, yeah.
I would want to do it again because like helps with the feelings, kind of. Like it helps me kind of, even though I didn't talk, it still just kind of makes it feel better.
All right, so if we all agree to do it again, but you gotta open up too and talk, right? And let us know if you guys would want to see us do more of videos like this. We would call it like Teen Talk would be the name of the section we would do on our channel. And just let us know if it is something you guys would want to see or if it helps you guys, because I had already had this talk with Naya off of camera and stuff, but I woke up and this morning I was just like, it was just on my heart that there may be other young girls who need to hear this talk, or, you know, who are going through the same kind of emotions Naya's going through right now. And I came to her and said, you know, Naya, would you be open to us going on camera and kind of talking about it? And she agreed, you know, and so we're here, and I'm glad to hear that, you know, you liked it and that you'll want to do it again and that it helped in some type of way. Thank you guys so much for taking time out to watch this video. Be sure to comment below any encouragement to young ladies out there. If you guys want to comment encouragement to young ladies, be sure to do that. Or if you want to comment maybe your first heartbreak experiences you've gone through or things like that, because it's just a part of life. We've all gone through it. You just grow from them. Use every one of those experiences as a learning block. Grow from it. Learn from it. In anything in life. That's what you should do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first video that you're checking out of ours, be sure to look at some of our other videos. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye.